I do not want to get my hopes up. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Okay, this should be working.
Okay, this should be working.
Okay, can you hear me? Let me know.
Okay, this should be working. Okay, can you hear me? Let me know. Okay, can you hear me? Let me know.
So it looks to me like sound is working. I just want to confirm with you to type that in the chat to let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? I mean, I'm going to stop at 12:30 regardless. I need to know if you can hear me or not. I'm going to assume that you can because I heard it on my phone if I don't see anybody type anything soon. I just need to know so I can continue. Well, let me do this. Just call them. Oh, that's messages. I need to know if you can hear me or not. Hey, can you go to my channel and let me know if there's sound? All right. Yeah, check to see. It should be me snapping my fingers. Let me know. Type it in the chat if you can hear me. So if you're watching this on a replay and this has sound, just fast forward to when you see me stand up. Okay, that should be my person I asked to check to see if there's sound. So I need to know if there's sound or not. I don't know. I think I fixed it. Well, we see we got green down here in the sound icon. By the sound icon, so I'm assuming the sound is going. I'd like some confirmation from the audience. And I don't want to take up. Okay, good. So I'm going to continue on. If you want to know what I think happened, I think it's because I had Audacity on here. Audacity was still running. And I think Audacity did not want to let go of the mic. That's what I think happened. I think Audacity didn't want to let go of the mic. Okay. So everybody else, if you gave up, I apologize. Just watch this on a replay. This is one that works. All right. So let's go through this again. We were doing Wanyo. And if you don't know that form, it's also called Pinan Shodan and Pinan Idan, depending on what you study. All right, I'm going to go through it again. I'm just going to go through it facing you so you'll see it for reference. When I edit this thing back, I'll put a link to the tutorial for it, for my version of it. And we're going to continue on with the applications from here. So, just for reference, This is me facing you. Salute and kill. 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 That one. So, before I had problems, this is how far I got. Like I said, in one of my shorts, okay, I'll give you 30 minutes, world, because I got to go pick up my car. And again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. So it was my fault because I shouldn't have left Audacity open. All right. Now I said you can use this, hit on the sides of the neck, just hit them anywhere in the head. They're coming at you. Temple. I think this is gallbladder 24 pressure point here, and stomach 5 pressure point here. So let me sit here so you can see. Hit here with the fist and here with the palm. Coming together, somebody's trying to tackle you. That's in one of my shorts. Before the sound died, is this. I was saying a kinder, gentler application. Instead of thinking everything is punch, or hit, you can grab. If you're grabbing on the same side of this thing, you see how I get less torque, right? It's harder to turn it. I can pull them into me, but I can't really turn them. If I reach around here, see how he's more off balance? And that's not me trying any harder. If I can reach around and grab their hair, their collar, and get them to turn more, then use my palm to hit here. So either if they don't have hair, I grab on the other side of their collar or grab their ear on the other side of their head and turn it. And I can hit up in their chin here. And now this, bring my knees together, see how he's against my body? Here's the push down motion for the salute. And I come up. Another application that I've seen people do for the salute is if you're shooting a gun. They do this. They do this. This is not a real gun. And you will not learn how to shoot a gun in my class. I know how to shoot a gun. If you actually stick around with me long enough to get to the upper levels, because I do require it in like 9th or 10th degree, which I haven't even attained yet in my own system, but I want you to learn how to shoot a gun, in case you don't know. I'm going to send you to somebody else to do that. But I learned in the military. But they do this. And this is the way I think of it, they've got all kinds of technical reasons for why they have you shoot it like this. But a lot of times, I know when I learned to shoot a gun, my hands would shake. This helps you stabilize your hands. So just do that. So, another application for salute. My family, you've probably seen a lot of those. You probably didn't see the gun one. The flat part of your chest here is actually very sensitive. Now, I haven't tested this child to man because I would be the man that is tested on. I have not tested this child to man, but I have tested it man to man. And I think it will actually work because this part, it probably work more if a woman does it to a man, just from a meridian theory standpoint. This part is yang. And if I'm a man, I'm definitely yang. And the woman is yin. You take the nose here, and when you push down, you rake down on their breastbone here. Okay? Break down hard and fast. Do that to get them to come forward here, because you got this motion. Right down, then separate, and then come to that. Here and here on the head, or both sides of the hair, wherever you can impact. Or even right down, okay, the ear, take the ear to irritate it by going backwards. This is very irritating. Irritate the ear by going backwards. And how this smacks here, now I have been smacked like this before. Irritate the ear here on one side, cup this other hand and smack their ear on the other side like this. I'm not going to smack myself to prove that it works. That's very irritating. That will hurt the eardrum, and it should mess with their balance. So, let's say they're coming up at you a little higher. You can get this in here, right down on their chest, you get them to come forward. When you come up, hit here. Okay? Then you got your salute. All right. So, we have this first move. Okay? Of course, you can think of it as blocking a punch. To the outside, this part blocks the punch. And this hand can come up as a counter to hit him here. So, let me do it on this side. Block the punch. I should say parry, block, parry, grab, and come up and hit them on the other side. That's this. You'll even see this a lot more traditional pressure point applications. If you can parry and grab this hand, when you do this, you stretch out the nerve. And this would be good if there's a height difference. Punch up, okay? Punch into the ribs here. Punch to the ribs on the other side and pull this hand up. Okay, pull this hand up. See how that is still this. One way I like to think of it is, if you want to know what to do with moves in your forms, you can think of it as, if he does this, I can do that. That's the game I like to play. Give me a second. So, for example, when people want to grab you, and people want to grab you and bully you or whatever, right? They'll grab you here with this hand to planche it, and then they'll hit with this other one. That's just like this. And what's the move that follows that in the form? A punch. So somebody grabs you, and they're going to punch you. If you throw a straight punch, you'll catch them before this comes down. If you punch them right on stomach 5, remember to turn your hand at a 45-degree angle so you can catch them right up under here. Especially if they're bigger than you, you catch them here. This punch may not make it. Now, if you step forward into the punch and give a real loud ki, when you come forward, see, it's hard to see with this. So watch, I'm going to do this, grab them, and I'll hit you, right? If you step forward with the punch, you hit me, my punch will go by you like this. My punch will go by you. Now, the problem with this is I still may have a hold with this hand. Right? So that is where the retreating or static hand motions can come from. Where if they're still holding on to you, you can use that to knock this hand off. Okay? So let's see, he's going to hit me. He comes here. I punch. He still has a hold of me. When I go to do, well, let's see, if he's right-handed, he'll have a hold of me here, right? So he's going to hit me with this. I step forward and I punch, right? So if he still has a hold of me, now I'm going to bring my hands back to my waist. I knock his hands off. Then I come back, grab his hand, and hit him here. And that would still be this. So let me kneel down so you can see. I think you'll see it better. So let's say he grabs me. First move of the form is him going to punch me. Second move, that's him doing this. Second move, I step forward and punch. So when he's punching, I can retaliate with this, use that as a block, parry to cover, grab his arm, I step in to punch. Or if I just step in and punch quickly, I'll hit him before his punch gets here, it'll go by me. But let's say some reason he still has a hold on me with this hand, or this one. We'll use this one because it's closest to the camera. Well, he grabs me. Well, let's see. So he still got a hold of me with this hand. This is clever. Right? So I did the punch. The punch. He still got a hold of me. Watch. If he's still holding on to me, and I do a stack hands method of gathering up my hands. When I hold my hands in, I don't just pull them in down here. I come over the top of his arm. Now, if you've been with you know about this pressure point here. You've got lung 5, you got large intestine 13, and I believe you have large intestine 11. Whatever that means, if you don't know pressure point, even with a dummy, they rock forward. So if I come with this, hit, or I grab and press, is more pronounced there. I get them to come forward. And then when I come back up like this forearm, I hit them. Back, here. Now I got this, hit them. I'm just going to hold it up. I turn here with this, what we think of the chop. They should be out by that. And I could go through with another punch. But since I'm so close, it would be better to use the side to interpret the side punch movement as me grabbing him and turning him away. So that's these moves. He's going to grab me and get ready to punch. Right? I either just step in and punch for move 2, or from here, I mirror hit, because when he's going to punch me, he's grabbing me like this. If I mirror that C on my side, so if he's coming with his right, he grabs me with his left. Right? I do this. I can basically use this instead of out here. Even if I put it out here, I can use this to check his shoulder to keep it from moving so he can't punch me, or just have this up here like this. So I'm going a little away from this. I'm doing this. And cover up and punch. Or just step in and punch. Right? Punch. Returning to stack hands, grab and push, or hit as hard as I can to get him to rock forward. Then hit him, or just grab him and roll. Now, another way I like to use this to this is as Koshigarima shoulder throw. Shoulder wheel. That's, for layman's terms, putting somebody in a headlock and throwing them down. This dummy has lost his legs. I'm going to put it up in here so you can see it better. Good morning. No, Richard, please. No, don't tell me that. Please don't tell me the sound is gone. Please. Please don't tell me the sound is gone. Okay, well. The sound is good for us. All right. And that's the White family. So this is a YouTube thing. So I think the sound will be there on playback. I'm going to double check that real quick. I'm thinking the sound may be there on playback.
The sound may be there on playback. The sound may be there on playback.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to really be more demonstrative with it so you can see. Believe it or not, I do use this thing for graphing. All right. So this to punch, right? This to punch. Oops. But this is a good thing they did there because they gave me another move actually. 2 judo throws. Koshigarima. Grab around the head here when they're up high. Grab around the shoulders or the head. Grab and hip throw. Hip throw. That is your that. Also, Hane Maki could just wrap their arm around you when you throw. Yeah, Richard's not hearing it. So try it on a playback. That's the only thing I can tell you. I'm going to type it. Yes. The sound may. Come on now. Thank you. The sound may work on the playback. Yeah, I'm having all kinds of issues. I'm having all kinds of issues this morning with this thing. And I apologize to you, Richard. This is, anyway. So Hane Makikomi is wrapping around. I don't know why you would do this outside of a contest, but you never know. I say if it comes out in a fight, it meant to happen. The more you know, the more you can show. All right. Thank you. All right. So instead of going here, come here. Okay? This hand grabs here. This hand still comes up. So use this bottom hand to pull. And since this is Soto Makakomi and I'm coming on the outside, I turn like this. So I grab them up here. We use this to wrap and throw them down that way. Okay, good. I'm glad it's back. All right, so we got this. And I already went through one for this for the basic form 1 application. So, no, you turn sideways. Look and side kick. Side kick. And 1. Now, of course, obvious applications for a side kick are a side kick. But what if you don't have the flexibility? You kick high. flexibility to kick high. I don't have this flexibility to necessarily kick high and have good control. Now, that's something I have to practice and work on. But I was taught a long time ago, if you do high kick, that means it's the further leg. And a low kick is for the closer leg. So, I want to interpret high kicking this thing. I'm going to kick at the leg, because most people are going to stand with one leg closer to you than the other. Let me tilt this down a little bit. So, I'm going to kick his leg, because I have the flexibility that I have when I first wake up in the morning before I stretch. I want to kick at this leg. And when I kick the leg, I'm going to kick anywhere on the inside. This part of the knee is vulnerable. This right in here is a triple yin pressure point. That's very vulnerable. In here, as well as spleen 6, which I talked about in the video that got just totally attacked in McDojo life. I'm not mad about it because that's the most views I've gotten in a while. So I'll take a bit of a tweak. I'm going to kick in here, right? Or just kick on the inside of the leg, because this usually is weak on the inside of the leg. Outside of the leg tends to be strong. So, see if I can understand, because sometimes I can't. Good. So, that's when I'm doing this, to kick, right? Remember I said I use retracting hands to hit. Since I know this point right here, I tend to use that. So if let's say he's got me here, he's got my hand, hit here to get him to come forward on lung 5 pressure point, okay? Take my left foot, kick out here, okay? Now, I kick him, I kick out here. He doesn't go down. I got my 3 knife hand, quote unquote, strikes. 1, 2, 3. So let's raise the camera back up for those. Actually, let me kneel down for those. So he grabbed me. Okay. You could actually do this kneeling. So if I'm going to do this kneeling, I'm going to really lean back. I kick him, right? Kick him on the inside of his leg. I come down. Pull my hand out when I'm doing this. Oh, yeah. One thing about interpreting forms, it actually throws. The move coming towards you is as important as the move going away. So if I'm going to do a throw, I use the move coming towards me to give me my off balancing that I need, that they call in judo, that term is kazushi. I use the off balancing that I need to get them to move. A lot of times we think whatever's going away is the most important move. This is important too. So when I retract to do this, I felt the wind coming. That's how I knew it was falling. It wasn't anything supernatural. I felt it. So I kick, right? It's time to do 1. When I come back towards myself for the block, I can hit in here. Let me raise this up. When I come back towards myself for the block, I can hit on the side of the head anywhere. Any kind of raking. I'll do on this side. I can come here, any type of raking, right? Anything. Even if I just catch their eye, that's fine. Anything, right? And then I get out for the 1. I can just do it as striking. But the side of my hand is very durable. Side of my hand is very durable. It's not invulnerable, but it's very durable. See? Side of my hand is very durable. It may be a little uncomfortable even, but I can hit with that. So I can do this. And 1 on the side of the head and the neck. I can do my arm. Get on the neck on close. Or elbow here. If we're really close. 1, 2, and what a lot of people like to think of as a poke into here, I would say use it to push on the side of their head, or raise the height instead of going to the body. Raise the height, catch him back behind the head. Here, I'll do this side. Catch him back behind the head here, get on ball black 24, and hit. Well, so do this one over here, opposite side, and catch that stomach 5 again, like that. That will be your this. That will be the knife hand throw. But another application for this throw, and this I actually did in the judo tournament, is to use it to push something and step into it. You got a nice, I guess, for lack of a better term, surite waza, kind of like you're fishing. I forgot the name of it. So if I got uniform here, hand here on the sleeve, and I do this and I step, I can actually throw somebody with it. So there we go. So let me do it on the air. I can do this as a throw. Okay? It'll be easier to see. So this, remember, I can do that to hit or do it as a throw. Now, if you do it in contest, as long as you have a hold of their sleeve, you may get points. But if you want to do it better for a contest, you have to change the angle. So instead of going straight back, I'm going to go at a 45-degree here. So I'm going to grab them, step off here, and then when I do this move, see, that looks a little more judo friendly. And then, then I would go into Koshigarima, right? So then I'd hold them down if that's what I want to do. But for self-defense, just go straight back. Another way, okay, this is something I really wanted to get into. We only got a few more minutes. This I came up with just completely on my own. I call it move fusion. I don't know what other term is for it. So I took this and the punches in this and fused them into, and this was working for a while on like everyone up to about a 2nd degree black belt level. Of course, when I ran into somebody on a higher level, he was like, no, that's cute. Okay? But I still keep it. Coming from here and coming with this. So using this to parry whatever's coming at me. And coming over top of this. So I would do that. If I'm sparring, that. Oh, let me get it here. So if I'm sparring, right? Like trapping with this poke, or since you're typically not going to be allowed to do that, you could do this. Fist. If you've ever looked at any Wing Chun or any Bruce Lee stuff, you would see that. But that's how I interpreted that move. When I do it, just step off the line, come over top. And you can practice this at home. Just this. That's this. If you learn to do it like this, some people learn to do this. As I learned that too, that version. So you can do that. All right, one more thing before we go. I said I was going to end this at 12:30. Then I'm going to make an offer to the internet. Now, this can, of course, be interpreted as holding someone down here like this. But I would say this one is more interpreted as holding them on the opposite side of their body rather than behind their head. So this would be Zure Koshigarima pen. This is like Hon Koshigarima. I would use the C block. That's what we call it, even though it's not the right name. It's the grab on this side of their body. Okay. This here also can be used as an arm bar. It's kind of hard to see the way this dummy is designed, but this is better because this thing has anatomically incorrect arms. If I take my arm and put it under somebody's elbow and I crank down and raise up at the same time, I'm going to hyperextend their elbow and probably tap. So I can do that. All right, well, I am so sorry because I have to go and pick up my car from the mechanic. So we have this that you can refer back to. I'll do another broadcast next week. Hopefully it does better than this. I may not do a broadcast if instead I'm grading one of the members of the White family for the next break. So Manny, do you feel like you're ready to test for purple belt? I got 2 questions, actually 3 questions. Please type yes or no if you feel like you're ready to test for purple belt. This stream is going to be ending very soon. Are you ready to test? Yes or no? I mean, it's fine if you're not. Waiting. Okay. Second question. Is it because you don't know the judo throws for purple belt? Yes or no? Okay. Third question. Would you like for the next live stream to be going over how to do those throws / how to do them at home? Yes or no? That's what I was thinking. All right, so next week, it'll be like a lower level judo seminar. We will go over how to do those throws. Hopefully, we will have better luck than we did this week with the technology. I'll make sure I don't have Audacity open when I start the computer. So let's go ahead and bow out. Juliet, Konye, Chumbi. Student creed, Sijak. Blessed be the Lord, my strength, who teaches my hands to war and fingers to fight. Teacher's creed, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Juliet, Konye, Chumbi. Thanks for watching. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe. And if you just watch me online, and if you're interested in getting graded for a black belt from me online, if you watch this broadcast, bye White family, if you watch this broadcast, send me an email saying that you watched this broadcast and you would like to get graded online. Because all I can do, I can point you to the webpage. I got tutorials for stuff up to 2nd degree black belt. So I can definitely do that easily. I can send you the links to those playlists and we could dialogue back and forth. That shouldn't overwhelm me. That should be at the max, including the 3 people that watch this that are regular students of mine. So that should be no more than like 6 people. If I get 20 people saying, yeah, I watched your thing and I want to get you graded, I'm going to know you're not telling the truth. And it's a couple of people whose names I would recognize. So you watched it. When I say watch this, oh, it was on his end. Okay, thank goodness. Ooh, thank goodness, Richard, because man. So let me know. Okay? Let me know. Peace, and thank you for giving me part of your Saturday. I appreciate it.